Welcome to our 3-hour extended live support desk. My name is Miriam, and I will be your support desk support for the day. A couple of housekeeping things before we get started. As you're coming into the Zoom session, microphones and cameras are off to start. Eventually, I'll give you the ability to turn those on for yourselves. If you want to come on and ask questions, you can do that by raising your hand. At the bottom, there's a react heart. If you click on that, there's an option to raise your virtual hand, not your actual hand. And when that happens, make sure that you have your name set properly in Zoom so that I know who you are. This is an open public Zoom session, and we want to protect our members from any trolls that might pop in. So whether you have your camera on or not, do let me know who you are. So that I know that it's okay to let you unmute your microphone and come on camera with me. And then the other thing is that this is streamed live into our Facebook group, and we do take this video afterwards and put it out there on our YouTube channel. So we like for you to know that prior to coming on camera with us, that this video is repurposed for that. And with that, let's get started with Support Desk. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Casey. I'm going to go ahead and let you start your videos. And I will also give you all the ability to unmute yourselves, but please use this power wisely so I do not have to take it away from you. Okay, everybody, welcome in. Hi, Casey. Hi,
Hey,
Anna.
hey, I don't have a camera on this machine and my other one isn't working well. So it was an either or choice. But I just want to start by saying I already said it to you there, but you guys knocked it out of the park with
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, the 31 days, the 31 tips for March. We did our live stream for that this week. You can find that on our YouTube channel as well. And we did have a great time. It was about an hour and a half. So we
it
covered
went
all
it went so fast. And
We
it
covered
was
all 31 days of tips, and then we just gave some additional insights and feedback into those. So yeah, we had a good time doing it. So I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, it wasn't just enjoyable because or many of us are in the business of making classes. There was zero wasted effort. The way you guys went through one, two, three, one, two, three, two, three. It was really fast. You kept the attention. I just, Anna, if you have something you want to talk about, like a question first, you can go before me, but okay. Because I just went through a huge set of epiphanies for my material, which I would like to share with you. If you've got,
Yes, please.
okay.
Please do.
So what it is I have been training exotic animal trainers for 50 years. It is complicated. It is dangerous. It is nuanced. And with all the stuff like building classes, they can change the software anytime, and so you have to adjust as you work. But with animals, every single animal is different. So those are the commonalities I see. And you guys, along with the work that I've been doing at my SAGE class, all of a sudden, after 50 years and a master's in education and outstanding teaching, they said I was outstanding. All of a sudden, here's what I finally saw. We teach the course. We need two sets of materials. We teach the course with a series of stories, which is what Zenler made for us first. All these videos. But then people like me come in and we've got real life yanking us out of the storyline.
Mhm.
So then we totally lose context and we don't get where we are or what's going on. So now the story no longer supports us. So after we develop this whole story to take the people from A to Z, which you probably already know this, but I'm just figuring it out. The first thing I have to tell people is why. So when we're in grade school, they say you got to tell people who, what, where, when, why. No, you have to tell people why. Then you can get to the who, what, where, when, and all the little stories that keep them reading or listening. But then, in order to get the people to master this stuff, they need three things. Again, this is all an epiphany for me. They got to have an outline of the total material. If you had a huge property, you couldn't build anything on it until you know what your property boundaries are
Yep.
and what features you have in it and so on. And we can't master it until we get the scope. And that's the outline, but it's also the structure for all that
Mhm.
knowledge. You have to have a place to put all the things you learn. And this is something that maybe one day you and I will get a chance to talk about. There's a big, long tradition of how oral societies do this, where they don't have any writing, but they have life critical information like water sources that they may not have even visited in this generation.
Mm.
So the Aborigines in Australia have a way of encoding and preserving knowledge of water sources that they may only need once in 100 years, but then they need them.
Yep.
So you've got to have the outline, you've got to have the path.
Yeah.
Here's what you do first, second, third, fourth. And you're getting close to that with the 31 tips, but that's not the path. That is, by the way, here are the problems that many people hit along the path. So now I'm going back and looking for the Zenler path. But here's the one that I'm wrestling with right now. And if you're interested in this, I will share this back with you when I get it finished writing. Transitions.
Mm.
Transitions happen two ways. They happen when you have a sequence of things that you have to learn. So even if you tell, I was a dance major also. So you go out and tell dancers, okay, you're going to do A, then B, then C, then D, then D. And then they'll sit there and they'll break it down. Or let's say you tell them the whole ballet, and then they'll break it down into A, B, C, D. But they only work on it long enough that they can remember what all of A is, and then they go to B. And as soon
Yeah.
as
Well,
they,
it's muscle memory, right? They're
y- yeah,
realizing the
but
patterns and the flow in their body and getting that down before they add in the next piece. And
yeah,
that's
you can't.
actually something that's important for all of you to understand when it comes to building your Zenler sites and your businesses. You don't have to do everything all at once. You build that one piece, you master it, you figure that out so that you now have a solid foundation there to then build the next thing off of. You
And
will
the
save
next
yourself a
level,
lot of time. Exactly. You get that first thing built.
you can't be dancy before you have the mechanics down. So here's the last thing on my epiphany is that you've got to um, work on the transitions between those sections before you gain any speed. You've got to get precision for the sequence before you allow it to speed up. So let's say you teach a dog to jump up on something, and he really likes it, and he does it really fast, and then you realize, oh my God, he could jump over it and fall to his death. I need to change that. You will never get that dog to slow down voluntarily. He already, in his mind, he mastered it and he doesn't want to slow down. You've got to teach the precision at the beginning. So I identified five strategies for transitions. I'll share that back with you later. We got a bunch of people here now, but
Yeah.
I wanted to just share with you that thing because it took me so freaking long to figure it out.
It's always nice um when you've practiced something, when you've gone through the motions of things to get that deeper layer of understanding. And the only way that comes is through that repetition, through the practice of it, through doing that. Once you get that rhythm down, once you get that knowledge down, it can grow and grow and
Yeah,
grow and get deeper. And then your learning and your understanding of things gets even deeper. And that's where the good stuff is, right? When we can go really deep. That is where the good stuff is. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Pauline. Hi, Nadia. Hi, Anna. We're
Hi.
I'm
all
going to
here.
mute out and I have to go do some farm chores, but I'll
Oh,
try to
yeah.
get back. Yeah, take care, guys.
Yes, thank you, Casey. Thanks for your insights. I appreciate it. So, how is everyone doing today? What is everyone working on? I think you can unmute your microphones if you so choose to.
Hello.
Hi, Anna. How are you?
Hi. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I've been working on my website. So, and that's why I'm here today because I'm on holiday. So, it's the half term in England and I work in a school. So, today I'm free to be here. So,
Nice.
I'm using the opportunity to ask a question that about something I can solve. Well, I've been struggling. So, maybe you can help me with that.
Absolutely. I'll try.
Yeah. So basically, the dynamic menu on the top,
Mm-hmm.
I added two new pages and I wanted a specific order. And
Okay.
every time I change it, it won't change. So,
Okay.
and I tried in different ways and over 10 times and it's not working. So I don't know.
Okay. So there's a couple things that we can look at troubleshooting for you. And if that doesn't work, then that's something for the tech team. And what you would do is you'd email support@zenler.com. I don't know if you've tried that yet, but let's
Okay.
take a look real quick. I'll share my screen and I'll show you a couple things to troubleshoot check. And then we can share screen. Oh, and before I forget, we are live on Facebook. I just want to make sure I pin it to the group for everyone so that anybody in on Facebook can come and join us if they would like to. Hi, everyone. Pin to featured. There we go. Okay. All right. And here, let me get my face out of the way so that you guys can see the full screen. Okay. All right. So in your dynamic menu, I'm going to come over here to site and I'm going to get into the pages so I can pull up a page with the dynamic header on it. So let's see, move this my way. There we go. All right. So I will come into the page editor and let us see. So a couple of things. One is, have you tried it in incognito to see if it saved the changes?
Yes.
You did. Okay. So we come in here. And so this is where you've done it. You're doing this and moving the menu around like this.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you do that, you come out here and you hit the save.
Yeah, sometimes immediately after it's okay, but then if I reload the website, it comes back to the previous version.
The previous version. Okay. And you are using the dynamic, you've updated the dynamic and it keeps going. So yeah, I would, if you have the ability to screen record yourself doing this update, refreshing, pulling up the live website and showing that it's not taking, that will be helpful for the tech team on the back end. It can speed up the process for you of getting that solved. If you have to go back and forth and explain things with questions, it takes longer for support, can take extra time. If
Okay.
you send them that screen recording video, they have more context of what you're talking about. And then they'd be able to fix that. And I will, what is your site? What is your site?
What is my site? Anna, I'm gonna write. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, your site, because I can also send that over to the team as well. Oh, you put it in the chat. Let me see. Okay. So I can send that to them as well. Okay.
yeah, cool. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Let's see.
So yeah, that's my question for today.
Okay.
So,
Oops.
so should I send to the team as well with the video recording?
Yes, send the thing, send that you can send that through or I will let me message them first.
Or if you give me the email, I can't recall the email.
That way they can try to take care of it more quickly. How is everybody else doing today? Hi, Jody. Good to see you. Everybody has the ability to unmute their mics themselves, if you so choose to, if you want to say hello.
You have a question when you're free.
Okay. Well, and let's see. Just make sure I have the name of the site right. There. Okay. So I sent that to
Yeah.
them. Let me see what the response is first, but so you don't have to create a ticket because that's like two tickets. I have kind of the fast pass when you come on here with me. So you don't have to send it. I'll see what they ask for and then I will let you know if you can hang around for a little while you're working on your site in the background, Anna.
Okay, I will be here for a little bit more.
Okay. All
So,
right.
in the meantime, okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Hi, Nadia. Do you have a question, you said?
It was me, actually. Oh,
Oh,
Nadia,
it
you
was
might
you.
have a
Oh,
question as
okay.
well, but I've
Oh,
Alina,
okay.
if
I
you
thought.
want to go first, please
oh,
go.
okay. Um, I've set up two-factor authentication on the main site, the parent site, and I'm
Hmm.
now working on a second site, but I'm logging in as an admin, not through the main one. And it's asking me to scan the QR code again. Does that not carry over from the main site, or do you have to do it individual sites? 'Cause it's-
Um,
I've already got the Zenler authentication app on my phone.
yeah.
I'm using it. But for this one, it's asking me to download the app. Okay, I've done that, but it's asking me to scan a code. And I'm just wary that if I do that, is that going to affect the parent site?
Oh, okay. I'm not sure. Let me ask.
I'm reluctant to scan it just in case
Yeah.
it
In
knocks me out
case
of
you
the
don't
other
want to
one.
mince anything out, that makes perfect sense. I
Mm.
understand exactly what you mean.
I did
Um,
try. I did try putting a code in from the app into the second site, but it didn't like it.
okay. Okay, so I've messaged the tech team so they can let us know for sure because I'm not sure. I don't
Okay.
have it set up on more than one site, so that hasn't happened to me yet. So yeah, so that's a good question. Very good. Glad you asked it. So we'll get an answer for that hopefully soon,
Okay.
so that you know for sure
Okay,
what
thank
that
you.
is. You're very welcome, Pauline. Thank you. Hi, Nadia. There you are. How are
Yes,
you?
thank you so much for being here and doing this today. It's like the perfect timing because I have started my first Zenler course today, and I've already done some funnels, but for the course it's the first time. And now I'm maybe it's a beginner question, but I'm struggling. Do I have to put a link into the email, like in the automation, that the person that booked the course will get to access the course? And where do I find it?
Okay, so let me just make sure that I understand so that I can show you the correct thing, okay? So what you're saying is you've got a course set up that people can purchase,
Yes,
and you want to know how they once they do the purchase, what the system is for them to access the course after.
exactly. Like, what should
Okay,
I do that it's going to
what
work?
do you need to, okay, I will take you through that process. That's one that I can absolutely show you. I'll share my screen. And this is a great one for anyone. Get my face out of the way of the screen. So when you're setting up a course, right, that's your container for your content. So you're in here and you're set up your container, you've got your curriculum set up. Over here under your pages, you've got your sales page, your checkout page, your thank you page, your course access page. These pages are automatically here and live when you create a course, okay? We attach to that course your whole course funnel for you, okay? So that means you've got your sales page, your checkout page, your thank you page, your course access page. They're all generic pages, right? So you have to go in through the edit icon on the upper right or click on the thumbnail image. Both of those actions open the editor for you to edit up the content, right? On those pages, um, so that it's not generic. When you come over here and you add your pricing plan, this is what allows someone to purchase it and register it, right? That once they click on that buy button, they get taken through to that checkout. So this is where you're setting that up. When they do this, this is what's, and they check out, this is what's giving them their access to the checkout process is then assigning them access to this course, okay? So it's going to be automatic, right? They're going to be prompted if they don't already have a registration on your site. They're going to be prompted to do that, their email, password, all of that, okay? Right here under automations in your courses area, that's the emails, okay? So this is your enroll sequence. You have to come in here and edit it, right? Now it gives you some instructions in here on how to send them a welcome email, okay? You're going to delete all of this content that's in here. It's all generic, and you're going to put in your own welcome email. And then you can come in here and you can schedule out your own sequence for your course. Um, have you ever set up an email sequence before?
Yes, I did it for the funnel. Probably it's the same
Yes,
system.
the setup works the same across the areas in Zenler. So
Mhm.
if you're in a marketing funnel, which is the tab here, and you're inside the automation section, it looks just like this. It's the same layout, which is good for you because what that means is if you practice and kind of like what Casey and I were talking about at the beginning of the support session today, if you get in here and master creating the course, or if you master creating funnels and the email sequences, when you move on to this next area to build upon it, the system, the workflow is basically the same for you so that you're not learning something completely new. Part of it's new, part of it's the same building blocks from the funnels, you know? So there'll be a little bit of familiarity in each area once you've mastered it or once you've gotten comfortable with it. But you do have to turn this on. See, it's in red and it's paused. So right here, there's a little option that says make this action live. You have to turn that on. And then, and it's the trigger thing is set up for after 0 hours. So it's an immediate delivery to welcome them to the course. And then when they come to your site, here, if we come up here, the site menu and everything is dynamic, right? So the courses menu, right? The My Courses area, that's a dynamic area that shows up for people who are logged in to tell them which courses they own and have access to, right? So that's how they'll access it when it's on your site. So they'll come in here and there'll be an option for My Courses. I have mine added to a drop-down menu. If you have not specifically added these to a drop-down menu, they'll be here courses or all courses and my courses or something like that will be up here on the menu. And then it says my courses, and when they click on it, they don't go to the sales page anymore. They don't go to that. They go right to the curriculum and they have access. Does that make sense?
Yes, this makes sense. So in this case, as soon as they click buy, the process starts and they will get automatically the access to the course content, for example, the videos, correct?
Yes, they'll be able to go right into the course when they come in.
Okay,
When they come into the your site, they'll see an option for My Courses and whatever they own. If they owned 10 courses from you, there would be 10 options here. And when they click on it, the ones that they own, it takes them right through to the curriculum.
okay.
They just have to go into the.
And this welcome email, do I have to put anything inside? Is it just like a hi, nice that you're there email, or do I have to put a link or something into this email? Or this is not necessary in this case, I think.
Right. They'll have that they once they create the account, they'll get an email from the system email, right? If they've
Okay.
never created an account. And if you don't know where the system emails are, I will show you that under site. Wait, is it system emails? Yeah. Under language, these are the system messages that get sent out that aren't attached to a funnel or a course, okay?
Oh,
So right here is general, or no, this is the words. I'm sorry. Message, where is it? Oh, down here. System emails, okay? So this is the system email. So you can select one, course enrollment, success free plan, course enrollment subscription, course enrollment plan, welcome email, reset password email, right? These are system messages that get sent. If someone goes to log into your site and they forgot their password, there's a little option on your site that says reset password. When they do that, this is the email they get from the system,
perfect.
right?
Perfect. So, so I
And
have
you
to
can,
change. Mhm.
right, you don't have to change these. They're pretty generic. So they're not gonna, but you can change them. If you want the system emails to have more of your voice, more of your brand in them, then you can update. You don't want to change these spots here. Those are
Yes.
dynamic things that are pulled in, but the
Okay.
other text you can edit and you can go through each of those.
Perfect. I will do that. And then I switch it into German language so that it is working for my clients too.
Yes, and the other thing that you can do, for example, if you weren't doing courses, maybe all is a membership, right? You could
Mhm.
actually come in here and anywhere it said this is the site language, right? Where it says courses or courses, all courses, my courses. You can change all those things to say membership or program or whatever fits your business type. You can
Perfect.
change all of those words in here and you have different sections. And when you update a word, I was just trying to find one that would be like a good one to show you. When you update it, course player, there we go. Like curriculum or discussion or support. If you come in here and change it at all, you have to save each individual thing that you change so that it
Perfect.
saves in the system. Okay. So you can change language, you can change the system emails, and you can set up email automations under courses and under funnels as well. So you
Yes.
have all
Oh,
of them.
that's so cool. I didn't know that. That's gonna make my life easier. Thank you so
Oh,
much for
good.
helping me with this. Perfect.
I'm
Help me a lot.
so glad.
Thank you,
Yay.
Ellie.
You're welcome. Okay, let's see. Stop the sharing. Come over. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Jody. How are you all today? Are you working? What are you working on?
Hi there. I didn't mean to not answer, but I was eating my lunch.
Oh, no, I totally understand. I totally understand.
I do have a question, but I need to prepare for it. But I did want to say how grateful I am for these sessions and also for the 31 daily tips that David did. That was so helpful. I've saved them all. I keep wanting to go back and look at them and try and memorize everything that I learned. And it's so good to have those. So please pass along my thanks too for having that opportunity because it's really helping getting things moving and helping me stay motivated to finish this.
I'm so glad to hear that, and I know the team is as well. We'll be very happy to hear that. I'm glad it was useful. David did a great job with the 31 days, and then our 31st day on March 31st when we went live, it was an hour and a half long, just for those of you who don't know and didn't catch it, was an hour and a half YouTube live stream. So you can find that day 31 over there on YouTube. And we really enjoyed putting that together for all of you. And because we took in the feedback, David took in your feedback when they were putting together the workshop series. And people said, you know what, they like workshops, but they also are looking for those little tidbits as well. And David took that very seriously. He takes the feedback from you on what you need very seriously. And he immediately set up and created that 31 days so that you had those snippets. And now you also have workshops. So when you're ready for the deeper dive, you have the availability of workshops. And for those 31 days, you now have the little tidbits that you can go back and reference, and they're all on the YouTube channel on one playlist for you. So you'll be able to find them. So, yes, always give us your feedback on what you're looking for, whether you're looking for in-depth training, snippet trainings. We take your feedback seriously and we'll put it together for you and what you need.
Yeah, that was great.
Good.
So my question is, um, can you show how you can set up a tiered course? So I'm thinking I have one that's become so large that I think I want to make it like two parts instead of having one with a huge price to it. Can you show me how we do that?
Absolutely. We can. I will share my screen. Out of the way there. Okay, so it's one course, and how many modules do you have in it? Do you know?
I have at least 14 now.
Okay, and multiple lessons in each one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
what I'm thinking is like there would be I can separate it into kind of beginner to advanced. Some concepts are unique to each one, and others,
Hmm.
would carry across. You need to
Yeah.
know this to do either thing. But
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm just thinking it will be one is the price will have to be really to make it worthwhile, very high. And also, it's just a lot for someone to get through. And I feel like it'd be more manageable for a student to do it in, you know, first like beginner to intermediate. And I'm not even sure that's appropriate, but just have, it broken up.
Yes. Well, so there's a couple of different options, right? You can do a tier and have it all in one course, or you can break it up into three different courses. And like here's the beginner version, here's the intermediate version, and here's the advanced version. And in order to move on and qualify to get to the second course, you have to pass the quiz in the first one to prove that you've understood that material and sort of pre-qualify them for that next stage. It depends on what kind of content it is, right? We have someone in Zenler who has theirs set up that way, or setting up that quiz funnel process for the next one because they're teaching languages. And so, in order for that student to be able to move up to that next level, they have to pass this foundational stuff. If they don't qualify for it, right? So it
Yeah.
depends on like how you want to set yours up. If you want to do it tiered, or if you want to do three separate courses. But I can show you what the tiers look like.
So I'm thinking like I don't want like multiple cards. Think that would be confusing unless that's, I have to do it that way. But mine would not be um like the language one where they'd have to be
Okay.
competent at one level before they move on.
Okay. Okay.
If that
So
helps.
yeah, yeah. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to first of all you're gonna want to look at your curriculum, okay? Because you're gonna have to decide how you want to set up your tiers, which things you want to include in your tiers. All right, let's see. Let's see.
But like to make things simple, maybe like let's say beginner and advanced. That would kind of work for what we're trying to figure out here.
Yeah, I gotta add, I need sections and content in here, otherwise it'll whatever. Let's see. Okay.
Because we would need, them to be able to pay for each one separate.
Oh, pay for each one. What you mean for each tier if they want
Yeah,
an upgrade?
right.
And is it so, and is it one flat price? I guess that's a good question to ask too. Is it one flat price that they're
Well, if I continue, it's going to be one flat price, but it's just going to be, let's just say it's going to be just like $1,000 if I keep going at the way the amount of content I have. So what I'm thinking is, can I break it up to like part one and part two, and each one would be like $500 then, and they could choose to get the more advanced or just stop at the first tier of the first 500. Does that make
okay, so yeah, so when you do the tiers, and so it's one price, so one time purchase. Um, so this option in your payment plan, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna set up tiers here. Okay. So now you've got to decide this tier, right?
Yes.
that tier, I gotta remember how, I'm trying to think of how you would want to do it. Hi Judy, I see Judy's in. I'm trying to think if when you said, I'm trying to think of the best workflow here because on the tiers, it would be upgrade. If they buy at 500, they get access to tier one. If they buy at 1,000, they get access to tier one and two. If they buy at 1,500, they get access to tier one, two, and three.
Yeah, yeah. It would be nice to be able to build an incentive in to get both at once.
Right, but then I'm trying to think if you set it up that way, then person going into tier two has to pay 1,500 even if they've already paid five on the first tier. So each tier would need to be set up as 500
Yeah, good.
unless you just wanted it to be from the get-go, they could choose all three.
Yeah, we could do that. That would be okay.
Because if from the get-go they can choose all three, let's
Something
see.
you showed looked like it allowed for that. What was uh
Um, Set tiers. This is 500. So this is
so sections. So there's a
beginner.
it calls it sections. You see that down there? I wonder what that refers to, as opposed to see sections slash
Yes, section. That's your lessons. That's your sections and the lessons. So this is, I only created three sections. So, because you're going to do three tiers, you would select all
yeah,
the things you wanted within your tier one. So I'm just counting this section as tier one, right? But in your
yeah,
tier one, you could have three out of your 14 sections. Do you know what I mean?
right, right.
So you have that, and then you can make that beginner level the most popular plan. So finish. Okay, popular tiers on validity. Okay, so now that's tier one. So let's do tier two next. Price. This is 500. So let's see. I'm not sure. Yeah, I gotta see how this is gonna work. Let's see. So this, and now we've already included this in the first tier. So now we need to decide. I think you have to include this and this. I'm not sure
Yeah,
what the
that's
workflow
right. Because I think if
because
you don't, they're gonna miss out on that first part. Okay,
right, and because tier two is only going to do that. So now in this one, this isn't $500. Now this level would be 1,000,
yeah, but
right?
you
They're
know
getting
what? This allows you, this is really cool. I think allows you to have like you would everything like up to a certain point or just a section of it, which would be really cool, I think, to be able to do that. Because, for
yeah.
example, somebody might buy tier one and then a few months from now decide they want to do tier two, they're ready. I think this would allow them to do that.
I'm gonna see how I'm gonna see because right now, the way I'm setting this up, I'm gonna just walk you through what it looks like. I don't know. I see somebody's commented in the chat. I can see there's a thing, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's in relation to what we were talking about. And then this would be 1,500. And this would be set the tiers. And then this was going to be tier three accesses one, two, oh, come on, two, and three, and then finish. Okay, so now we've got these tiers.
Yeah.
Let's
You have three
see
in
what
there.
the course, yeah, three tiers. So now let's look at this sales page as a visitor. Okay, so we've got the
Oh,
beginner, they can do beginner 500. Now you can, so the other thing that you can do in here so people know, right?
if we could just change what the wording says there.
Yes, you can change the
Yeah.
wording, but you can also add in on your pricing, which I highly recommend you do when you're doing tiers like this, is right here. You can
Oh, and
add bullet points, okay? So
oh, yes.
three modules, right? Um, three workbooks,
Yes.
right? So this is what you do here so that when you go into this, when the person comes in here, each tier is marked with what's included in it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So there's a
I
list.
was thinking I would have to do this on a page builder. This is so nice.
Yes, no, in the thing you can do it on here. You can change whether it says this. Tier
Right.
one includes the first three modules, tier two includes the first six. Because here's the thing now, Jody, if they buy this tier and then later want an upgrade, there's not an option just to upgrade, it's an option to pay double. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying to think. There's another workflow that would make this process more in what you're looking for. I just have to think of what that would be. Let's see. Oh, hi, Lorian. Lorian is in here.
Unless we just did it, and this is weird wording. I mean, we could do something better, but like part one, part two, part three, or
Right. So you
parts
could do
one through three. Yeah.
right. You could do yes. Well, see, that's it. So this would
Yeah.
be part one and two, part one, two, and three, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So they would know what they were getting in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, for the access, you'd have to play around with it really
Yeah. But this
because,
allows you to do it.
right, and it does allow you to do it. But the other thing you want to also think about is your customer experience, right? When they come onto your page. When
Yeah.
someone
You don't
comes
want
onto
to.
your site, they're going to see, okay, this one's 500, this one's 1,000, this one's 1,500, this one's upgrade for 500, they're going to get confused on which one they might have. So you're going to want to make sure you have very clear language on your sales page to guide them if that's what you want to do, right?
Yeah. I get it.
It- Tier one is going to include these things, tier two, tier three. And then the optional fourth plan would be like just a $500 upgrade, maybe. I don't know. It would be a lot of different plans on that one course. You'd have to think about what is the most likely scenario for your customers. Are they coming in and going to want to buy all three at one time? You could set it up for them instead of, because you mentioned the financial part of it, if they're doing tier one because that's what they can afford versus the other ones, maybe it's setting up one plan for all the content, but giving them either dripping the content so they don't get everything all at once. They only get those first three tiers when they first come on, and then they don't get the next tiers until later or sections.
Yeah.
Um, but also that they're on a payment plan instead of all at once. It's 1,500, but they pay it in three payments of 500, right? So you can have that as an option for them as well. Just something to
Yeah.
think about how they're going to do it on their end.
Yeah. There's a what I like about the fact that I mean there are lots of options here, but that's good. I mean, it
Yeah.
just to think through it and do it
Right.
right.
You have to,
Yeah, but still,
yeah, it
at
has
least
to.
it's
Is the
flexible. Yeah,
process for your people? How do
yeah,
you want to manage it? What is manageable for you that's easily manageable that you can set up and it doesn't take you managing it a lot? Because if you have to manage it a lot, then is that really going to be of value to you? And if
right.
you have to manage it a lot, how is that experience for your customer on their end as well? Like, what process do you want them to go through? So, yeah, it's about being a little intentional with it, kind of thinking it through. And as you do that and you kind of come up with little processes, feel free to pop back in here and we'll walk through what that workflow looks like once you've kind of start mapping it out for yourself so we can test it and make sure it's the right one for you.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it
You're very
very much.
welcome. Thanks, Jody. Hi, Judy. I see Judy is next on my screen. I'm not sure if that's the case, but I have Judy, Maggie, and Lori and on with hands up. So, whoever was first, just unmute your mic and talk to me.
I think I was Judy. Okay. All right.
Hey,
Hi.
Maggie.
Okay. And hopefully you can answer this. I did the class that David did on funnels.
Yes.
And can you show me how you can actually upload those so I can start using it? They sent I had to do some digging, but he sent a link and I had to go through several things, but I got confused on how I can
Oh,
use.
I don't. I don't I'm not sure if I have that. I'll have to check my
Judy, you were on
email.
there, weren't you?
Hmm.
You were on there, Judy. Did you upload yours or upload your templates?
No, because I was so lost in that workshop. I wanted to cry.
Okay.
But I can
Well,
send the
good. I
link.
don't.
I can send the link to Allie in Messenger if you want.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
No, that would
And
be
then
fine.
I
And
can
if
look at
you
it.
want to, yeah, and
And
if
then
you
I'll
want
look at it. Yeah, I'll screen share. We'll go through it. Let Judy send that to me and then
to, okay, perfect.
I'll grab it and look through because
Uh,
I didn't do that one. I
Maggie,
don't know
what
what he's
Maggie, what was it called?
funnel. Oh, I
Yeah.
just saw it too.
So,
What was
and
it
by the
called?
way, Allie, I'm glad that they now put the time zones for us in the States. That helps. This one is always the same, but then England had that time change. So this is was a nice addition.
Yes, yes, yes. I know. It's one of those things we just have to be, we're a worldwide company.
Hmm.
So it makes sense that we start paying attention to talking about time zones, for
Yeah.
our customers because we're worldwide. Let's see if I can get in this.
I just sent my funnel link from my email to
Oh,
the
thanks,
chat.
because I found it, but yeah, that's easier.
Yeah.
To the chat. Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. You got it. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jody.
Yeah. Funnel
Teamwork makes the
workshop.
dream work.
It was called Funnel Workshop Confusion to Clarity. So, all right.
And
Okay,
I'm and
so
I'm
let
still
me.
confused.
Yeah.
And I'm still, yes. Well, here's the thing, okay? And it's something that I want y'all to think about. When it comes to doing workshops, when it comes to learning things about Zenler, even just about understanding the basics of funnels, whether they're in Zenler or not, that people are teaching these things from their point of view and from their experience. And they're teaching it how their brain works, right? And so I will sometimes struggle if someone's teaching in a way that my brain is like, oh, it's harder for me to learn that way, So that very well can be the case with different workshops, depending on who's teaching it. If it's not your style, it's not that it's wrong. It's not that it's this or it's that. It's just not in the style for you, which is one of the reasons we have several different types of trainers on our education team is for that purpose. So we can hit all the things. I'm trying to see I can share my screen here. So let's see. Let's take a look at what David did because I don't know. Get out of my way. Okay, so this is the replay. That's the slide deck. So installation. Oh, did you watch the installation
No,
video?
I watched no, I did not. There was another one I watched. It was David talking, but I have not watched.
Okay, this is the installation video that's telling you how to install these templates.
Okay. I
That's what
will,
that means.
I'll go off and watch these, and then I'll come back after you've asked questions.
Yeah, I'm downloading this so I can see what it looks like because I don't know. Template packs, use these if you have a Zenler site. Full instructions are in the central hub. So yeah, so that's what this watch the installation is. That'll walk you through it. Um, Lead magnet one, visual. So this, yeah. So basically, yeah, what you're doing is you're copying the code that he gave you into a block on your site. So like this here. I'll just show you. Oh, where'd it go?
Yeah, that's where when he did that, I was confused. He
I
made
mean,
it look.
I can't. So you're copying this, Control C or
Mhm.
Command whatever on a Mac. Where am I? Not that one. This one. So now what you do is this a blank block? Yeah, here's a block. You're coming into this code now. On this block, you're going to delete all of this, and then you're going to paste in the code David gave you and hit save, right?
So
And
you
then
have to
that's
add a
and
block.
hmm?
So you have to add a block. That's the part I was a little bit like,
Yeah, on your on any page, if you have a block on this, if you create the funnel, right? Here, let's
right.
go from right here so that we're in the right
Oh,
spot. So if you create a funnel and
yes.
you come here and starting just from scratch, lead magnet funnel next. Nope. Right? This is your funnel. You've
Okay.
chosen whichever one you choose. It's going to populate. You're going to click on the editor and open it up. And then what you can do is the block, there is probably a second block, or maybe there's not a second block on this one, it's just one. So you click into the block that's there, you click into that code, select it all, delete it, make sure it's all deleted. You don't want any remnants from the old one in there, it'll mess it up. So clean, clear block with nothing in it, paste that in, hit save. Now you have to hit save on your main site too. And this is a new funnel, so you're gonna make sure you put your SEO, title, meta description, keywords, and the social image in there, okay? Make sure you
Okay.
do that. Done. And then you still have to hit save on the page, okay? So this is that one. It's just the one block you copy and paste the code in to the block right here. Does that make sense, Maggie?
It does. It does. And one question, if, for example, that's the lead magnet that I would use, and then you want your follow-up emails, do you send the same repeat every time, or once you've sent this
What do you
initial
mean send? When they come in
inviting
here,
people, inviting people?
inviting people.
Um, for example, let's say I'm planning something in 2 weeks. So I
Hmm.
send this funnel, this first one, it gives all the details. But then you have your automation, your follow-up emails
Right.
where you're
So what you're doing is you're sending out a newsletter with a link to your funnel. Is that what you're
okay.
saying? You're sending, is that what you're
Yeah,
doing? I'm asking
basically,
you a
yeah.
question.
No,
Okay,
that's
so
it.
so that's how you're getting people in your funnel is you're emailing them a link to the funnel to say, hey, come check this out.
Right. Because normally what I
Okay.
do is I'll have the sales page, but then maybe 2 days later in the automation, it'll just say, some little tidbit. For example, this one, I might give a mindfulness tip. And
Right.
then
Well, this
2
in
days
the
later,
funnel. in your funnel, like this is the funnel we just set up, we
Right.
just copy and pasted that in. Yes,
Right.
there are automations. If someone
Right.
signs up to this funnel,
Hmm.
then you have a whole sequence you can set up. You have to go in here, edit the content, turn it on, and
Right.
schedule how often you want emails to follow up with them.
Right.
So you send out a email. You have how many people do you have on your email list? Say 100. Okay, you have 100 people on your email list right now in Zenler. So you're
Hmm.
going to come over here into your email broadcasts and you're going to say, I have a new offer for you. Check this out. And you're going to send them a link to this new funnel you just set up, right? That's just
Right.
one email. It's an email broadcast.
Hmm.
Once the people, right, that's an email broadcast. It might tell them some other things besides just that funnel. I don't know, but it's an email broadcast. Maybe it's a weekly newsletter, a monthly newsletter, whatever it is. That's a broadcast. You're just broadcasting it out there, right? Same
Right.
thing, broadcasting it in the email. You can come in here, you can get your funnel link. You can post that on Facebook. You can post that
Right.
on any other platform and say, "Oh, check out this new thing I got going on," right? So
Right.
that's just marketing an email broadcast with the link and you posting the direct link on social media, right?
Mhm.
That's
Right.
you marketing the funnel. That's you promoting the funnel, okay?
Right.
That's all that is. So once you've done that, then the people that subscribe to the funnel itself right here, the one, because you're marketing the funnel, that doesn't mean everyone you marketed it to is going to click through and put in their name and email. But
Right.
the ones that do put in their name and email, those are the ones that will get the automations directly attached to this funnel. That's how you know who they are, and that's how
Right.
you know what to email them. You know they got this. You know they put in their name and their email because they're interested in this. So now these are the emails that you're sending just to those people that told you, yeah, I'm interested,
Right.
right? So now you set up that sequence from here and turn those on.
Okay. But the people who have not, I get this and with this automation, but there's still the people that either haven't opened their email or they've opened it and thought, oh, yeah, I'll get back to this, but they haven't. So
Right.
you want to keep sending things to them, maybe 2 days later, 3 days later. I'm just
On
wondering.
your email broadcasting, right? On
Mhm.
your email broadcasting, when you come in um to your emails, you can see um who opened it, you can
Right.
see who clicked and who didn't. So if you're marketing, the marketing for this funnel, you want to think of it like this. If this is a long-term funnel, is this a foundational piece of your business? Do you want people coming through this as the main way that they're going to find you and start connecting with you and that you're going to sell with them? Like, is this funnel like the foundation of your business? This is the top of your funnel. Everybody you meet, you want them coming right in through here, and then you're going to filter them out into your products, services, programs, and everything else.
Right.
I'm asking you a question.
Yes. Yes.
It's the top of funnel. Okay. So this now becomes your foundation of your of your marketing. So you're always marketing it, right? The funnel
Mhm.
itself is there. You're always marketing it. If you have a weekly newsletter you send out, you can mention your funnel in that. If you have a YouTube channel, just like the Zenler like YouTube channel, right?
Mhm.
In every video that we have, here's the 31 days. Come on, pause. Okay. Oh, okay. So in like you can see the our video description.
Mhm.
Um, why can't I see how to see the video description? Uh, here we go.
More.
Right? So now in here in our video description, this is foundational content, right? Our foundational content is our blog. We link to the blog. So that's what you would do on here. That's your base marketing. So everywhere you can have this static links, every YouTube video, you preset your descriptions so that these links fill in automatically for you, right? On
Mhm.
every video that you do. So your funnel link to the top of your funnel should be on your YouTube channel, on your Facebook. It should be at the bottom of every email that you send out. You're constantly marketing that funnel everywhere. And then inside your funnel, where you set up your emails in that funnel, that's how you're nurturing the people that got into the funnel. What
Right.
comes next after the funnel? Where are you sending them after the funnel?
Okay. Well, and this funnel is actually a workshop. So I guess it's got an end date. So in this case, this would not be maybe at the very top. This isn't one that they can just do anytime. It'll probably be at some point evergreen, but for right now, it has an end date.
Okay. So this is a this is a limited time
Limited, yes.
workshop. Okay,
Mhm.
and you're doing it as a workshop? Is it a live workshop?
Yes, it is. That's why I
Okay.
was wondering if you repeat sending that same lead magnet or you're just sending like little tidbits.
No, I why are you setting it up through a funnel though, Maggie, if it's a live? Why aren't you using the live funnel? Why are you using this funnel and a live? I'm confused.
Oh, okay.
Why are you doing both of those things?
Well, like I said,
That's
I was
two
on that.
funnels.
Okay, I see what
That's
you're
two
saying.
different funnels. David was doing marketing funnels, right, through here in video series. If you're doing a live event, this is the live funnels.
Okay,
This one-to-one booking, that's a live one-to-one booking funnel. Live class, that's a live class funnel, right? Live webinar funnel. These are all funnels. Every one of these is a funnel.
okay,
This course area, this is a course funnel right here. This is a lead funnel, and this is live funnels. They're all funnels.
okay.
And see, part of the problem is that we always run into, and I think we talk about this almost every time, is there's a language problem in the SaaS industry. Every company calls something something different. Started inventing terms to differentiate themselves, right? Well, now the market is so flooded with all of this different terms for the same exact thing that new
Mhm.
people coming into trying to learn how to do courses, every person they talk to, every trainer, every coach calls it a different name. They call it a class, or they call it a course, or they call it a funnel, or they call it a whatever. It's not just Zenler. It's the entirety of the internet, right?
Mhm.
So we're not understanding each other's language anymore. There's a huge language gap and with it, an understanding gap, a comprehension gap of exactly what it is. Because everything that you would set up right here in this funnel, if you're
Mhm.
doing a live workshop where you want people to register for the live event, get email reminders, and get all of that, where you don't have to manage it, you don't have to worry, is there follow-up emails after the live ends? How does that work? Is this funnel here? No, it all happens natively in the webinar funnel, right? Or the class funnel, because these are your pages. And it doesn't matter which one of these areas you're in, it's the same thing, right? It's a funnel. As soon as you give this a name, as soon
And
as you
it
give it a name and a date and all of that, and you go to next and choose
Mhm.
one of these generic templates, what you've done is chosen a funnel template. This is now your funnel for this workshop.
Okay, and it's going to differentiate between the people who've signed up and registered as well as the people who have not. And that will
It's
be
only if people have not registered, Maggie, they won't be in here. Do you know what I mean? Only people registrants will be here. If they haven't registered for it, they won't have it. It's
okay.
impossible for them to.
That's the point I'm getting at. Those people. I'm not concerned about the people who've registered because they're accounted for. I have some
Right.
emails for them, but that's what I was wondering.
I know,
Marketing,
but if you set the funnel up, right?
right?
If you set the funnel up through here, when you're marketing, right?
Okay.
You're marketing your funnel through email broadcasting.
Okay,
right?
so that's where.
So
Okay.
you are setting your workshop up under the live area with the date, the time, all the information is there.
Yes.
It cuts off its reminders. It automatically sends reminders the day before, 1 hour
Yeah.
before. You can send a follow-up for them to buy something else. This is the funnel you want. And
Okay.
then when you're marketing to your whole list, you're doing that from email broadcasting. That has nothing to
Okay.
do with your funnel. You're not creating a funnel to market, you're marketing through the email broadcasting, right? And
All
you're
right.
just including the funnel link. It's
Okay.
this email broadcast isn't the funnel. You're marketing the funnel through this email broadcast. That's how you know who clicked, who didn't, who signed up, who didn't. So from email broadcasting, you will filter your list every time you market this workshop. You will go through your list and you will tag it for anybody that's not in, you will set the filters to include anybody that's not registered for this funnel, right? So you'll come into your email broadcasting and you'll say, not, and it's not registered in live class, not
Okay.
registered,
Okay.
right? And then you're going to select the live workshop. Oh, here. I set it up as workshop. So you're going to select the workshop, right?
Mhm.
You're
Okay.
going to click save. So only people not registered now in your funnel, in the actual funnel, in the live funnel, not this marketing funnel over here, but in
Okay.
your live funnel, now you create this broadcast and you can filter every day. You could send out a new email. You just filter out people who have registered.
Okay.
And then you send this email and you track the registration and your emails that are going out through the live funnel because
Gotcha.
it automatically shuts off when the live is over. And it gives you options to direct people to a replay that's a static page. Now, yes, you could go through some weird thing in this marketing funnel and set up a video funnel, but if it's a live funnel, I don't know why you would do that. You can still set up an evergreen funnel on your replay page of this thing as well.
Oh,
So you don't need to set up a separate marketing funnel if you're doing a live workshop funnel. They're two completely different kinds of funnels.
okay. That explains it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
All right.
Okay. All right. Okay, now Judy.
Hello.
Hi.
I had my interview with Kevin this morning.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, it was fun.
Good. Good.
And something came up and he said, make sure you tell Allie.
Mm-hmm.
So, two things. So, what him and I talked about, after the interview thing, and I'm sure everybody has this problem. You have clients that register for one class with one email address, and then they register for another class with another email address. Is there a way that the smart people behind the scenes could have a way that you can choose multiple accounts and merge them?
In Zenler?
So yeah, so 2-3 years ago, what I would do is I would take a screenshot of the classes they bought with the wrong email address, and then I would go to the correct email address account and add them into that class. Well, my accountant told me not to do that. She said, you're messing with content that they purchased with a specific account. And she goes, I think you should just let it be. And I said, but they're upset with me. And she goes, it's not your problem. And I'm like, true. So I let it go for the last year. If somebody says to me, oh, I bought one of my classes with the wrong email address. So we were talking about it, and I said today to Kevin, I said, it'd be really great if, like, let's say Allie has email address A, and then she has email address B, and she has email address C, and she bought one class with A, 3 classes with B, 2 classes with C, and she says to me, oh, it's my email C that I want all the classes under. Is there a way to grab the those three accounts and say these need to be merged together under this email account. I mean, that would be really, I can't be the only person that has students doing this.
Right. I'm sure you don't. And there's probably a process with the tech team. I don't know that there's a native way in the system
Oh
to
no, he
merge.
told me to mention it to you so that
Yeah.
I don't know that
Yeah,
that
I'll mention it. I'll add that in the chat. You're right. Like that tends to be a native option in a lot of email systems for people. And I mean your accountant's not wrong, but they're not correct either, right? There's a middle ground there.
yeah,
Yes, you cannot natively just decide what emails to switch your people to. However, if they've reached out in a customer service fashion to you, then yes, you want a solution for them. They've asked for it. You have a written record of that via email. Thanks, Pauline. You have a written record of that via email. They've
right.
requested it. So that's not going to be problematic for that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They've requested it. It's fine. And I would, because I wouldn't want to have three different emails. It would annoy the heck out of me. I need to be organized because I am not organized. I hope
Yep.
that makes sense.
That's me. That's me. 100% me. Yep.
Exactly. So I feel you on that. And yes, I will mention that to the team about the email because the only other option, depending on how many people you have, is to manually do it. Like go into the main email they want, assign them all the classes you know they have,
Right.
remove the other accounts so they don't have the confusion, and just add them to all that. That's the manual way to do it. And then the other way would be just to constantly, like, repetition makes a big difference
Right.
in your community and how people function. Because I gave an example of that on the 31 days because in the early days of Zenler, even in the middle days of Zenler, the number of people commenting on Wow Wednesday, where their thumbnail and their SEO data was still the generic stuff and they never programmed it. It's just blah. We saw it every time people shared links in the Facebook group on the thing. It was everywhere. It was always a mess. And David just repetition. Hey guys, this is always important. Every time we show something, we go, hey, this is important. And now everybody pretty much makes sure that's taken care of. It's just these little bits of key messages that you're sprinkling throughout. And one of those key messages to your customers could be, hey, I know we all have a million emails that we use for stuff and we can never remember which one we used for this or that. But, try to remember when you log in you bought it with this class or remember your login or whatever. Like just little things to remind them, hey, remember, do you have one email or two emails with me? Kind of thing. That might be helpful.
Okay. And then I was going to ask you if you could maybe at some point in the chat, if you have time to send the link for the SEO workshop that talked about how to determine the SEO hashtags that we need to put on each of our programs. But he said there is an actual workshop that was recorded. But I wouldn't know how to find it. I used to always look for these workshops on YouTube, but I think you guys are trying to do them more on the site now, right?
No, they do put stuff up on there here, and I can show you. The site navigation is confusing to me, and yeah, I get it.
Okay, good.
So tutorial. Okay, so this is the training hub. Now the problem is not every single one of our trainings, workshops, and resources are put in as a course, right? Sometimes David uses a funnel for like the accelerator program for our workshops. So they're not going to show up in your course library ever for you to tap on and click through to. I think that's problematic. I want it in my app. If I wanted training on the go, I want that training, that course in there. But he's got some of them set up in funnels, which has a process. It's nice for you all to see what a funnel process looks like for that. But now I don't have it on demand anymore. Um, but these are various workshops offered. It's the bottom one on the main page. Um, and then let's see, that's the template, Zenler builds gear, advanced email. AI, Excel, SEO. Let's see, that's marketing. Here it is. 20. Well, this is 20 SEO tricks. I'm not sure if that's the deep course. Let's see. LinkedIn traffic, blog traffic, that probably mentions SEO. SEO boot camp, that's a 5-day boot camp on the SEO. Um,
Okay, and which page is this?
this is here, I'll put it right in here. This is marketing trainings. It's grouped under that. I'll put it in the chat for you all.
Okay.
So, yeah. Because when you come in here, anything recorded on demand is here under training. You either have the option to check workshop or resources. Okay.
Okay.
Check on resources. It's giving you here's trainings, here's Zenler events, here's live streams, here's our blog. It's just kind of linking you out. When you come over here to workshop training, that's where everything's at. That's basically all courses. Okay. Zenler's version of that. So this one's just learn Zenler and what it can do. So that's going to be where like the complete guide to Zenler, the quick start guide, that's where that stuff's going to be. Marketing, that's where we're talking about social media. We're talking about SEO, right? We're talking about YouTube. We're talking about that kind of stuff under marketing. Lives, running and presenting lives. So that's going to be focused on webinars and funnels and presentations, PowerPoints, that kind of stuff. And then, you've come in here and there's other various workshops offered. So this is the library for the courses
Okay.
that we have.
All right. Yeah, I'll have to play around with that a little bit more then. The only other
Yeah,
question I had was right before I got on here, I tried to get into my community from my site and I was logged in as an administrator and I couldn't get in.
I know.
Is something going on?
No, just go ahead and screenshot that or take any time that happens, whether it happens in the app or whether it happens on the main desktop site, take a screenshot of it and you can send it to me if you want or just save them. Because it happens to me constantly. Constantly. It's constant, especially in the app, which makes it very difficult for me to manage a community from the app.
Well, what it did
I'm
this
locked out
time, yeah, what it did this time is I logged in, I clicked on go to community, it hesitated, and it took me back to my website, not logged in.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
not
would
good. I need to
screenshot.
reach my people.
Yeah. Usually, what you do for that situation is you refresh,
Okay.
right? And then go back, open a new browser, and it's there. Like it's always there, and I'm always logged in. But for some reason, the token, whatever it is, it's catching in the back end. It's not
Okay.
validating properly, and the system isn't validating it, so it's kicking it out. But when
Okay.
you close the browser and open it back up, same thing in the app. I close the app, open it back up, it's there, it's fine. But it's a friction and it shouldn't do that. That's a glitch that's a glitch. It needs to be fixed, should be fixed. Yeah.
So is the app new?
No, I don't know. The app's been out for a long time since before I left and went on sabbatical. So
Oh,
it's been
okay. 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 Um,
there.
okay. Shoot, there was
You
something.
don't, do you use the app?
No.
Oh,
No, I'm a 227-inch screen kind of girl. Like
yes, I understand. I also cannot see. But I'm in denial. I'm in denial on it. So I still use my phone for a lot of things, even though I can't see anything on it.
well, getting to
Unless
the
it's
point,
2 inches from my face.
I'm getting to the point where I have a magnifying glass like my grandma did.
Oh my gosh. Judy, I'm there too. I'm getting there. I'm almost there.
Um,
Um,
okay, and then
anything else?
one quick thing in inside of communities, have you tried, okay, so I haven't tried doing another live since I mentioned to you a couple weeks ago that it didn't work.
Yeah.
When you actually do a live inside of communities, can you share your screen?
I don't know. I haven't done it. I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Maybe
want
I'll
to
do it later today.
yeah, I want to see if I can share my screen because I have some ideas. Like I have all these things spinning around in my head right now.
And you want to test out the process before you do it. Yeah. I mean, another thing that you could do, and this is for anybody watching, right? If you're on the Zenler Pro plan, you have those three sites. I would set one up as my sandbox. If you don't
Ah.
need them for your businesses, set it up as a sandbox. Make sure it's no registration available on the site for people, right? And you're using it as a sandbox to test community features, the live streaming. You can test your Zooms, courses, all that stuff and what it looks like. You can test that out on that sandbox site of your
Can,
own.
can you use the same email address?
No, yeah, it is. What do you mean? To
So,
log in?
yeah,
Yeah,
because like I do not have 10 emails like some of my students.
like me.
So so I want to be able to, if I do make a site to tinker with, I want to be able to use the same email address.
hmm
Otherwise I'd have to set up a new email address, which I don't
No,
really.
you can use when it's your main site, and that's one of the things we talked about the understanding like the Zenler sites and what you get. When you create your account on Zenler with your email, that's your main site, that's your email. When you create your other two sites that you have access to from the main site admin, yes, you log in with your same email across all of your sites. You can be the same on
So
all of your
if you
sites.
had a second site that was live, would it have a different URL?
Yes, it has its own unique URL. Everything, it's one main account hub and then sub accounts. That's what you can think of it as, okay? Each sub account is self-contained in that it has its own unique URL. It can have its own unique community URL as well. And it has its own unique courses, content, blog, all of that. You share the limits on your account, though. You share the limits of the number of Zoom sessions. You share the number of emails, marketing email sends that the system has. So all of those limits apply to the total of all three accounts, not just the main one. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I didn't know there was a limit on Zooms.
Yeah, it's like
It's probably
you
high though,
only
right?
100 on Pro plan is it 100? Premium it's 300 sessions per month.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't
Pro
think.
is 100 sessions. Only 25 of them can be extended and only 10 of them can be super extended, 4 hours or something like that. There's a limit. Yeah. There's limits across all of that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So when I
So
do an all
check
day,
those.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
So check if you're managing multiple sites and live streams with the at super extended, like the 4 hour ones, you only get 10 of those across all three sites.
So when I set up an all day class, I actually set it up with 3 Zoom links. And I never go past 2 hours on each one because of the way it cuts the recording on the cloud.
Yeah.
And it scares me to death because it's in this weird second page like link. When you
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
I do. I
It,
understand. Yeah.
it's terrifying. So
Yeah.
I do it with 3 different links. So those would count as 3.
Yeah, that counts as three sessions. But you get 3 out of 100 because they're
Okay.
under the
The two
thing.
hour. Yeah.
Right. So you can get those as you have 100 of those. You only have 25 of the extended and 10 of the super extended. So that's all
Okay.
in, but those go across all three sites it's calculated for.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, and Deb was asking about a sandbox. Yeah, you get access to three sites. Some people need them for things, some people never do. Yeah. But what you can do is use one as a sandbox or a playground for yourself and your business to test it out. And Deb, I will get to you. I know Lorian was in here first with her hand up, I believe. So, Lorian, if you are ready.
I'm ready,
Hi.
but I'm not in a hurry. So if Deb has to go,
If Deb's in a hurry, I don't know. How are you, Deb? Are you good?
I'm going to have to go in a bit because I've got to actually teach. Um, all I
Okay.
want is the link for the replay to the funnel confusion workshop, which
Okay, I
I
have it.
ha
It's in the chat already.
no, I don't think it is.
Yes, it is.
No, that
Let's
was no, that
yeah,
was something
Jody.
that
Uh,
was the
no, no,
marketing.
no. Up above, it's right there. I see it. Jody typed it. It's in there. Jody has it in there. I'll paste it in again for you so you don't have to hunt, but it is there.
Yeah, I can't see it in mine. Sorry.
It's okay. There it is, right there for you. That's the funnel
Ah,
confusion to clarity on the funnels. And
right.
in
Thank you.
there, you're welcome. And in there, what you're going to see on the replay is you got the main replay, and under the replay, there are three options. One option is for you to watch the tutorial on how to install the templates. The other one is the templates, and then there's others the slides from that session. So you have three options under the replay of the workshop to get the content from it, okay?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome, Deb. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, Lorian.
Thank you, Lorian. Thank you, Lorian, for letting me.
Yes. And you're still muted. There you go. And hi, Lorelai. I saw you popped in too.
Hi.
Hi.
Um, so here to talk about my membership and the lives. And we talked
Yes.
about that already um, in the community, and you said to come that we could work through it.
Yes.
So
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
am happy to move them all to one course. That's not a problem at all.
Okay.
Um, but does that fix it? I mean, they have the membership and then they have the course and then they have the lives. So it's still three layers. It's just
Okay.
not separate
So,
bottom layers.
right. So your membership includes courses and lives.
Yes.
And your community, do you have community included in that too?
I
Or
can't
no?
remember if I created a community or not. I have a community on Slack, so
Oh, okay.
I already had
Okay.
it before you guys updated. So
Okay. Yeah, okay. So for that, and you have it set up as a bundle with
yes.
multiple courses in it?
Yes, it had two courses. I only separated it so that I could have tiers.
Okay.
But I'm changing that so all of the lives can be in one.
Okay. And what are the different lives for? Let me understand, like, is it just, do you have live sessions on for different things for your membership?
Yes, at the moment I have office hours on Tuesday and office hours on Thursday. And I have a mastermind on Wednesday.
So Tuesday and Thursdays op open office hours.
Yes.
And um then you have a mastermind. Okay, so two office hours and a mastermind. And that's every week?
Yeah.
Okay. So for yours, you're creating a um well, it's going to depend also on your content, your courses. Are you doing one course, two course? You're going to keep it in a bundle, or are you just going to keep it as a course? And are you offering other things? Like, are you just running a membership, or do you sell courses separately from the membership? What is your plan?
My plan is to do live workshops once a month and to create courses as I go.
And sell courses individually, or is it
Yes.
membership only?
So I can't do the calendar if for logged in people because not everybody will be in the membership. I don't know if a calendar can be limited to just the people in a certain course.
Well, if you make them, yes. Or not the full calendar can't be, but the things on the calendar are. Do you know what I mean? If you
Yes.
have them marked as for that course, only people in that course will see them or be able
Okay.
to access them. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Nobody else will be able to access them because that's how you set it up. So if you set it up as using your calendar as the hub, adding your calendar, because you can do that here. I'll share my screen too. These
Now
are
I
just
couldn't put a live directly in the bundle. It had to be in a course.
Correct. Right. The live will not go into the bundle. It goes into a course within the bundle.
Yes.
The yeah, just leave. I don't care if I
So at the moment, it would just be one course, and I'll add a course. I'm going to add a lower level membership later.
Because for doing a membership, you don't have to have a bundle, right? If you're going to include access to multiple courses in your membership, that's when a bundle makes sense,
And I
right?
will be. I don't at this point, but I will be.
But you will be. Okay.
Yes.
So, um, so setting it up where you have one course as part of a bundle. Let's see. Because here's the thing when you do the bundle that you have to understand are the layers. This is where sometimes confusion comes in. So you've got a course as a container for your curriculum, for your content, right?
Yes.
So students purchase a course to get the contents that are in there. We call it
Yes.
a course because that's the container it's held in. Now, bundles are another container, okay? And they contain multiple courses,
Yes.
okay? But a bundle has the same funnel that each of the individual courses have, right?
Yes.
So on this course, you have a sales page, you have a checkout, a thank you, and a course access page. Each of your courses has that. Your bundle also now has a sales page, a checkout page, a thank you page, and a bundle access page. Okay.
Which makes sense, but I want my students to be able to sign into one thing and get everything that they're supposed to have. I mean, if they go through the bundle funnel, do they still have to go through each course funnel that's in the bundle?
Not if there's sort of, okay? Because what happens now, here, I've got these. Oh, what are the contents in here? Okay. So pages, or no, just preview course access page. Bundle access page, sorry. Make sure I use the right words. So this is the bundle access page,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So included in the bundle are the two courses, right?
Okay.
So when they log in to my courses, they're gonna have the bundle and then they're gonna have the courses.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Individually attached to them. So they could still go into this course and then access the direct course access page from that course.
Okay.
But they can also go into the bundle access page, right? Which means that they go to this access page and they see the courses grouped together. Now,
Okay. So I have to fill
now,
out all of the pages, and I can do that, but I'm worried about user experience.
right. And so Lorelai has set up a really good system. And I remember that I'm pretty sure I told her how to set the system up a long time ago, but no, just kidding. So right here, right, is the bundle access. So if
Yes.
they've got all their courses will be here, and you can create like this, you can create a dashboard for the bundle and put other information there as well, okay?
Hmm.
Now when they access this one, they click on here, right? Now they're in this course curriculum, okay? And they're in here. But if they want to get back to the bundle, that's a harder option now because now you got to go out of the course and now you got to go to the bundle, click into the bundle to see the rest of the courses in it. However, the bundle access page, right? This access page is a link. You obviously don't want it as preview on link, but the actual
Yes.
link of the bundle access page, you're going to go into each course access page and you're going to put a button that says back to dashboard,
Great.
right?
Okay.
You click that when the user is in here and they click, say, this is the back to dashboard, they click that, it's going to take them right back to the bundle access page where everything's at. So you put the bundle access link on the course access page for each course in the bundle. Does that
Great.
make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Do they have to register for the course? So scroll down just a little bit. If they're in
Mm-hmm.
this bundle and all of my lives are in creating a course, um, do they have to register for the course and then do they have to register for the lives? Because right now
Yes.
they're having to register for everything, and that's a little bit of a pain for them.
Right. Right. But here's the thing. If they don't have to register, right? When you're creating the lives, what you do is you just put, if you've got them created, for example, if you set up your live
It's a live
session,
class at the moment, but
okay. So if you set up a live class, this is um office hours, right?
mhm.
And this is a recurring. So, um, Tuesdays, 1 o'clock, recurs weekly, and we're repeating on every week on Tuesday. Because you can, where is the, yeah, it's just very
You
slow.
don't have to fix those. I understand what you're doing.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, and let's see. So if we set this up for courses,
Allie, I think I remember what I did when I had from the dashboard and you click on a course and then
oh
you
yeah,
can't go back. I added on the menu tab on the top. Um, for mine, I call it the reading room because that's, you know, but it could be go back to dashboard or whatever you
yeah,
want to
whatever
call
wording. Yeah,
dashboard.
yeah, you can do that
On
right
the
in your navigation too. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Let's see. So now we've got the office hours set up and let's see details. Okay, so now you've got the direct join link for this one. Okay.
Yes.
So what you do is you've got, if you set this up for Tuesdays, right? View occurrences. I wonder if you can add in. Oh, that's a Sunday. Why is
Yeah,
there
we
Sundays?
didn't finish changing it.
Oh,
We
okay. But so you could do Sunday and Tuesday and Wednesday. You can do all of yours.
Oh, I didn't know that I could do them all together.
Can you see this? If you
Yes.
have them at the same time, so if they're
Oh, it's a
on
different
Sunday
time.
at 1, Tuesday at 1,
Got it.
but you
Okay.
can edit it, right? Sunday at 2, update. Now this occurrence is time has changed, okay?
Yeah. It's
So
easier to
what
set
you
up another one than it is to change each one of those.
not sure if you can just do it by adding a schedule or if you can set it up that way from the get-go. Because here's the easy part for your students is what you do is you just put this one link in the course, right? Or you can even put on your bundle access page at the very top, you can just create a thumbnail image that says office hours, and one that says mastermind. And it's
Okay.
that image is linked to the direct join link.
And put that in the bundle access page?
Right.
Okay.
So if you're in here on your pages, I'm in, am I? Oh, I'm on lives, not on the course.
But yeah, above or below the courses on the bundle access page.
Right, above. I would design a header. That
Okay.
way it's front and center, it's right there. Like this block up here, this was just me playing around and adding weird stuff on the thing. You can do an introduction video to your bundle if you want to. I find that um that's asking a lot of people to watch a whole video to access content for them to understand what you're doing and where stuff's at.
That would be on
Um,
the sales page for the bundle, not inside.
yes, exactly. Not the actual that, like I said, this was just me doing weird stuff. Um, so what you want to do is just add, and you'll
Yeah,
stylize it
I know how
and
to do that.
whatnot, but we'll like, and then it'll just be at the top and it'll say a nice thumbnail image that says office hours. And then you just link that directly to the join link. And then they never have to register for them. They just have to access the bundle, click the link, it goes right into the session.
Okay. Now that's great student experience. The disadvantage to that is if I do that, they don't get a reminder before the event.
You can
I,
still you can still through your automations, you can still program emails to go out
but it only goes
on
out to people who are registered, and if they don't register for the live.
no, you can send it out through the course. Send out you can schedule email broadcasts, right? Or an email. You can schedule to go
Yeah,
out
I'm
whenever you
lazy.
want.
I'm not going to schedule several email broadcasts to go out every week and then have to copy them because you can't make it ongoing. But the automations in the lives do let you notify people an hour before the event.
Right. So what you can do is put the direct join link in the reminder email, right? And just do only have the reminder emails set.
So can I register somebody for office hours so that they don't have to do it? Or can it automatically be done when they sign up for the bundle?
It's not going to automatically register them for the lives when they sign up to the bundle. All the bundle is a container to access the content that's inside of it. The live is part of a content that's inside of it, so they would have to
Okay.
do that separately.
And
So
they
the
have to register
process,
for the course to register for the lives.
well, they don't register for the course, they buy the course.
Right. Okay. So they can access the course when they buy the bundle. They don't have to register for the course.
Right. The bundle includes it. When they click on it, they access everything in the courses, which is
Hmm.
why I said if you put the thing at the top or like Dave here, I'll even show you what David did on this one. So for ours, so live support, okay, this is our live educational support desk. So on here, this is the next live stream session. So if you click that button, it's the direct join link to the session. It would
Okay.
open up Zoom. I can't do that right now because I'm already on Zoom. I don't want it to do anything
Yeah,
weird
that's
here,
fine.
but that's the direct join link to the session. Down here, he set up a funnel where you can register for reminders, okay?
Okay,
So
that's perfect.
he has set that funnel up right here and scheduled those reminders to go out. And then what you can do in those reminders if is set them up. Um, so for example, it could be one email and it's got the link to you can set up a one for Tuesday sessions, Wednesday sessions if you wanted to. You could set it up, here's 30 Tuesdays, here's 30 Wednesdays, right? Um, and have the direct join links on in the email, both of them. in one email. Do you know what I mean? So it's here's Tuesday's link, here's Wednesday's link. So
Okay, so at
all
the
the
beginning
link,
of the week.
right.
Okay. And then have them sign up or register if they want reminders.
Right. And then right, you can have it set just like David has, right? Here's the direct join link, and that can be right on their main dashboard in the bundle. And you can tell them, right? You can have a button that says Tuesday's live session at 3, Wednesday's live session at 1,
Okay.
mastermind session Thursdays at 2, right? It can say the specific thing on it so it's not confusing. Direct join link. They don't have to register, they just click through. If they
And
want the
then,
reminders,
okay.
you may want to set it up more like a form, okay? So it's Tuesday reminder, Wednesday reminder, mastermind reminder, right?
Okay.
So you're setting up almost like a form for them so they can check the boxes of the ones that they want reminders for.
Okay.
And
And
that way,
how do I set that up to register them where it says receive a reminder? Can I send them? I don't know how it triggers the automations for the live.
right. Okay. So what you would do,
And Lorelai, I do that. That's a great idea. It's just getting access to it is 3 steps down.
yeah. Okay. So what is the trigger? Okay, so the trigger is what you're doing
Registration.
is, right, you're setting up the funnel. Okay. You're setting up a funnel here with the
Yeah,
email automations
I've
for
done
your
that.
reminders. Okay.
Okay.
So then what you're doing, so the trigger is set on the funnel. So what you're doing as soon as they click the button, the link on that page to register reminders is this funnel.
Okay.
So rather than like on David's, he's embedded it
Right.
um and linked this to the funnel, right? So for you, instead of what you would do is you'd put a button on
It
there
takes them to
that says
the,
register for reminders. It takes them directly to the funnel to input their name, email, and the trigger is when they submit, you're choosing the trigger here in the funnel, and
yes,
then you're
that I can
setting
do.
up, right, and you're setting up the automations here. So you're
Okay.
basically just putting a button rather than having the form on the page. You've
Okay.
got, oh, come on, page. You've
Now
got
this is,
live reminder, Tuesday,
mhm.
live access, direct join, and for Wednesday, direct join for mastermind, register for reminders here, right? It could be a simple little dashboard. Live
Okay.
sessions, register for reminders.
Okay, that helps a lot with client experience. And then every 30 weeks, I just go in and change every single button to the new link.
Yes. Set
Is
up the
that
new
ever going to
session.
change?
What do you mean?
Is there going to be a point in which they make it so that I can have lives indefinitely instead of every 30 weeks?
I have no idea if that's on the thing or not,
Okay.
but I think it's a great idea.
All right. Um, Thank you. Now, if I do a workshop and I want to add that access to the membership, how do I do that?
So how would you be setting up your workshop? What would you be doing?
I would be doing a live event, but a one-time. Um,
So you would um what you would
the
do
live
is
webinars, live interactive webinar is probably what I would do.
right.
And I want
Um
members to be able to go to that and have a recording, and then I want people outside to be able to purchase it. And I know that I can do that, but
yes, you can. So what you would do is um you would set this up and have it, and David, I'll have to look and see if I can find that video. David, one of David's, I believe one of the 31 tips it might have been. But if you do this, if you set this up, right?
Mhm.
You're going to set up the pricing as what you want it to be for people to purchase it outside of your membership or whatever,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, I can do
So
that.
they're going to purchase it. You're going to set up in the back end 100% off coupon for your members. You're going
Okay.
to apply that, you're going to take the direct link to the coupon already applied, and that's the button you'll put in your membership access, right?
Got it.
They
Okay.
they get the 100% off and it's automatic because they click the button, it's already applied. They don't got to put in a code. It's just they've registered and then they will get the reminders and things set up through that funnel that you set up. So you just set it
Okay.
up that one time, set up the cart, set out the checkout process, go create the coupon for your members and put that button with the coupon applied for your members. That makes sense?
Absolutely. Afterwards, do I connect a button on the membership access page that gives them that
The
a direct
replay.
link to the replay?
Okay, so how you want, I'm not sure how you're setting it up because you can set up the replay on the funnel play page if you
Yeah.
want people who bought it to have access to that as well.
Yes.
So what you're doing then is you're taking that, you have to down, it's a process that you have to do. It's not automatic, right? You have to download your cloud recording.
Okay.
And then you have to upload the replay into that replay. And anybody, and then what you do is that's the link that you put for the replay. That's the link that you send out to people that aren't part of your membership in an email. Here's the link to the replay, and they'll come right to this page to replay the session. You can add information on this page, like here's a link to the course if you want a membership, if you want to buy the membership, right? So put
Okay.
that buy button here. Obviously, people in your membership are going to click through, and if they click the buy button, it's going to take them to the access page because they've already bought it. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
won't be able to buy it twice, in other words. So that's what you would do. You would set it up right here like that.
How do they get to this page? Is
Right, you
that
give
where I
them
put
you
access on the membership?
right, you use this link to this
Got it.
page.
Okay.
You do that, you send that out in the email to the people who bought it outside the membership, right? They
Hmm.
get that after the webinar. Here's the link to the replay email, okay?
And the
And
membership
they
get that.
And then you put that on the dashboard in your membership, or you don't even have to have it on the dashboard really. If you have it in a lesson in a course, you could have one lesson that says
Okay.
workshop replays could be a section, and then each lesson is a different workshop that you've got replays for. Can keep that
Perfect.
at the bottom of your sections, units, whatever you would call them. Yeah.
All right. That answered all of my questions. Thank you.
Yay! You're welcome.
If I get
Let's
stuck
see.
setting it up, I'll come back.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Let's see, stop the share. Come back here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Okay, what I did. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Lorelai, for the assist. I appreciate that very much. And Lorelai, did you have a question? I know you're working on some stuff too.
Yeah, I'm just here if questions arise, and when everybody shares, it kind of gives me ideas. So
Yeah,
I'll pop
it
in there.
does for me too.
I did that
Okay.
for at least a year, every single one.
Yeah. It is. Being in the room is super valuable because you do learn. Because one of the issues is we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
Like the irony of that, like honestly, we don't know what we don't know. So when we're in the room listening to other people talk, we're like, wait, what did you say? I didn't know that. I didn't know I needed to know that, right? It's always great. I love that. That's to me, that's real community and collaboration is when you can have that sort of environment where you're learning from each other's experiences and your thoughts and ideas. Like I eat that up. Okay. So any questions anybody got? I know Casey, you were going to be working on some stuff in your back end. Judy, oh, Judy's hand is up. Judy.
I so something that Lauren, is it Lauren or
Lorian.
Lorraine said,
Lorian.
Lorraine,
Like DeLorean.
DeLorean, Lorian. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
if you send a link out to a live class, can somebody theoretically forward that to somebody who is not registered?
If it's the direct join link, yeah.
So how do you police that?
Very carefully.
Hmm.
That you have to, a lot of people will do things like set up a waiting room, right? So everybody that comes into the waiting room. So now you can look in the waiting room to see who people are. You have just like when we first come into this Zoom session, nobody has the ability to turn on their camera and mic automatically,
Right.
right? You also have controls in the session to lock the session, I think. So if you know you only have 10 members and all 10 are there, you can lock it. If you don't trust your members to not send out things that might, forward stuff. I think the time that it becomes biggest issue is if when you have hundreds of people on, right?
So I
But if
usually,
you're going to have hundreds of people on, you should not give them access to their microphone and camera
right.
without your approval. But if there's only a handful, it's a lot easier to manage with just the host permission tools. Because if anybody does pop in that you don't want, if it got forwarded, something like that happens, they can't turn on their microphone or their thing. If your people know you've got to have your name on the screen, like Jody cannot always have her camera on. Casey doesn't always have access to a camera. So as long as your name is on there and I know who you are and you've told me who you are, then I can give you permission to turn on your microphone and contribute to the conversation. But if I don't know, I can kick you out of the room and block you.
So I usually get 90 people registered up front and maybe 38 or 45 show up. Okay.
Okay.
And I have a co-host that I pay to deal with stuff in the chat because I can't be managing the chat while I'm
I know it's hard. It's very difficult.
But what would be, and the one person that co-hosts for me is also a administrator on my site as well. Like she helps me. So what would be the easiest way for her to do a roll call? Because I'm trying to think in my head and I tend to think things too hard. And I'm
I
thinking,
know.
well, now she's gonna have to go to the email list. Oh, and sometimes in a class, I don't know if anybody else has this problem, there's only 15 names per page. When you click on page 2, it jumps to the entire mailing list. It doesn't jump to page 2 of that class.
Interesting.
I've had that problem
Yeah.
like for 2 years and I just thought of it now. And so it's hard sometimes to actually see who's registered when I can't get to the real page 2. I mean, for all I know, there could be somebody who's attended all my classes for free and I don't know it. I would think that would be absolutely horrendous that somebody would do that, but
Here, let me share my screen. Let's take a look at this real quick and see.
yeah, I mean, I don't let
Yeah,
people.
because that is the point of the direct join link, right? Is that it bypasses registration for people that are already registered. Now, the problem is if the people you're sending that link to were to share it with somebody else.
Well, I'm only sharing the link to the class page, meaning you've registered for this class. Here's the link. Um, here's the link to your page, and the Zoom link is there. Like that. Maybe I'm making them work too hard, but maybe that is policing them.
But
Maybe
it
it is.
would be relevant for me if I was doing a workshop where I had members come who I trust and I sold it to other people. I don't know those people.
Right.
Correct. But those people you have a track of because they have to register, right? So you'll know how many registered and paid independently of the membership.
Yeah.
And you'll know,
So if
yeah,
the Zoom link is inside of a class, you have to be registered for that class to access the Zoom link, correct?
yes. If
Okay.
that's the only place you've put it.
Yeah, that's the only place I ever put it.
Yeah.
I'm not as smart as you think I am, Allie.
Ah.
I
You
struggle
sound pretty
with,
smart.
still struggle with some of this stuff.
I know. Well, because it's not because there's so many things that happen in the process, right? There's registration, there's access, so there's different bits and pieces happening. And it's like, okay, let's make sense of what access is versus what registration is versus what follow-up is. Like it can get confusing. Like I said, I have to be organized because I am not organized. Okay, so did we figure out what we're doing here? Are we still looking at like the course access and how to, or the live access? 'Cause what was I gonna look
Well,
at here?
we were talking about the problem with being able to somehow look at a list and do a roll call, which I'm not sure what the easiest way is to do that.
Well, the easiest way to do that when you want registration, instead of if the page two isn't working for you on there when you have that many people registered, what you do is you come over here and you just go to all. You use your filters,
Oh,
right?
okay.
To filter for the people that are registered for that thing, right? So you just come here and you do registered in webinar, live class, whichever one you've gotten chosen.
But
And then you choose the workshop, the live, right? Who's registered, and then you apply that filter, and then that's all that's going to be in your list. I don't have anybody. This is a
right.
sandbox, nothing in
So
it, but
when I set up a live class inside of a class, inside of a course, it's like a course inside of a course.
what?
That's what Lorian was saying, that like they have to register again. So
No.
they've paid for
Yes.
the class and now they have to register again for the Zoom,
Yes.
which I understood your pain, but now I'm thinking it's a safety net. Maybe. Yeah, I know. I get it. I get
Not
it.
for members, but for everyone else. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
And see, the other problem is you have people who their email is like sparkling unicorn at blah blah blah, and then they come on and their name is Jane.
Sparkling unicorn.
No, but it's
Or
not.
yeah, their name is something else. Yes. Yes. Well, that's why on mine I've started, kind of like where we were talking about with David, and reminding everybody about their SEO and their thumbnail images. It's one of those things where like I'm kind of trying to mention it for every Zoom. Hey, you have the ability to rename yourself. Like, go ahead and do that so that I know who you are, so that I can, address you by name, so that I also know it's safe to let you unmute because I'm familiar with your name. As these sessions get more people coming into them, and more activity happening, it will get more difficult to take care of those things. So,
Right.
kind of like what Casey and I were talking about at the beginning, if you're setting up those foundations very carefully in the beginning and making sure they're just right, then you can build and scale on that instead of backtracking all the time? So it's kind of one of those
Yeah.
things where you just have to kind of figure out, let's
But
think through the best version of this.
yeah, I mean, I think I'm doing it the right way. I mean, the one thing
Yeah.
I do is I when I download the video, I handbrake it to make it optimized. And when I upload it back to the course, I click on the video link. So it's not a downloadable video.
Right.
I have to watch it on the site because you can technically send them to that link that's the recording, but it allows them to download it.
Yeah. You
And
don't want that.
I don't want that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what you all have setting up, what you're doing right now, but we do have time. We can walk through a few funnely type things if you would like to. Like if you want to try to understand the process of a funnel, what it's for, how you're using them, how you're building them, like.
I guess for me personally, maybe it's because I'm a creative and I'm working with creative people. I don't understand why I would set up a funnel when I send out my email broadcasts with information and graphics and things like that.
Oh, okay.
What do you do, Gigi?
So I teach photography workshops, but they're more about AI editing for memorial pet art and yeah, like how to 90% of people don't have professional photos of their animals when they die. So how to work from those cell phone photos that the clients have and turn them into something. But then I also run traditional workshops where you go out on a boat to photograph puffins, or we photograph eagles, or we go, I don't know, we go places. I do a lot of horse workshops where we're photographing big, beautiful gypsy vanner horses with hair for miles,
I
because
love those.
women over 40 love gypsy vanner horses, and they just want to go shoot the horses. They don't even do much with the photos after the fact. They just want to be there around these massively gorgeous Fabio horses.
Yes.
Are any of your workshops online?
Yes, the AI editing I teach online. I do teach it in person around the country, which has caused the need for a high-speed router that I have to travel with, because hotels have not caught up to the fact that this is a problem now. You need to have gig internet speed for your guests. Yeah, so I do both. I do in person, I do online, and then I do kind of hybrids where the in-person workshops have online content too. So,
We have to connect.
okay.
Yeah. Good connections happening right
But
here.
there was something I wanted to ask you, Allie, and because of my age, I can't remember what it was.
Oh, well, I was gonna, well, one of the
Let's do the
things
funnels. Yeah.
yeah, let's talk about the funnel, because you are describing two different processes, right? Your email broadcasting is for people who are already on your list, right? A funnel is to get people who are not on your list yet. That's new people coming into you. A
So,
funnel, certain funnels. Okay. So like there's different kinds of funnels, right? You have a lead funnel, and those are there specifically for you to share on things like social media, right? Not just in your depends on how you're setting up the funnel, right? If you're setting up a funnel for a workshop that you're doing that you want to send to people that are already on your list, obviously you're sending that out in an email broadcast to let them know, hey, I'm hosting this new workshop, right? If you're interested. So that you're marketing to people that already know you. They're already familiar with you. They're already on your list. They've probably taken some of your classes. That's the kind of email you're sending. You're sending it from that perspective, knowing from that point of view these are people that already buy my stuff, have registered for stuff, okay? That's your email broadcasting. When you want to get new people into your funnel, on your list, getting into your workshops, that's where you're marketing just the funnel links out on social media to get new people in, or you're running ads to those funnels. You're putting content on YouTube. There's links in your YouTube to your website. Whatever it is, people are finding that funnel. So the purpose of that funnel when they register for a workshop as a first-time new person, right? Now that's a new lead. So you're communicating with them in a little bit different of a fashion, right? They're getting to know you now and who you are and what you do and why they should be in your community. So they're two different ways of communicating for two different reasons.
so I'm designing these video ads on Facebook that take them right to the class to potentially sign up for it. Am I kind of doing a funnel without a funnel?
That is a funnel, yeah.
Ah,
A
okay.
class is a funnel. The class is a fun, like the live area. Anything, all a funnel is it describes the process of big at the top, smaller at the bottom, right? So at the top of the funnel is a lot of stuff, right? The top of the funnel, a lot of people can come to the top of the funnel. Very few people are going to come out the bottom having spent money with you, right?
Okay.
So that's basically what the funnel is. Same thing with a funnel when it's describing emails, right? You send out 500 emails, right? That's this big bulk. Only 100 people opened them. That's this part of the funnel, right? Only 100 people opened it. It's a process, right? That's what all a funnel is. It's describing a process, the beginning of the process throughout the process. A funnel is a path. A funnel is a journey. So you have your live workshop funnels, journeys of how you're talking to people. You have your lead, your new to you funnels where you're introducing people to you. It's a process of getting to know you. It's a journey. Your course funnel is a process of learning. It's a process of them on a learning path. It's a funnel. It's a sales funnel for you on your end, right? That's what different people would call it because that's going to be paid for. So everybody gets notified about it up here. At the very bottom of the funnel are the people who purchased it, the course, right? So that's all a funnel is. A funnel is a process that people go through.
I would literally, I'd need to hire somebody to do that. I have no time left in my day. Like, you have no idea. Like, I'm working 16 hours a day right now. I can't possibly add that into the mix. I mean, I'd love to.
Well, so here's the thing with funnels. When you've got your foundation of your business set up and all of your things in place, you should already have on your Zenler site, think about this, you should already have an FAQ for your workshops that's kind of a standard FAQ. It's a designed block, it's a custom block. All you do is add that to the page, right? If you have all these bits of information about what you do and how you do it, and you've built out your site, you've got a bank of custom blocks that you should be able to go to any funnel page. You've done enough workshops, you've done enough things. You should have enough custom blocks for those pages that it's just plopping them on there, enough emails that you've already done that's just cloning it, literally cloning it, changing the name and hitting publish. It shouldn't be a whole process like I'm talking about because you already have a fully developed business and
Okay.
website and funnels. So when you're doing it, it should be an easier process for you. If you are looking to run ads and get new people in, it's a lead generation funnel, right? So now it's a matter of how you're talking to these people to introduce them to you and what you do. When you're doing funnels for workshops for people that you've already know, the content and the stuff in there is a little bit that's different. You're communicating with those people differently, and you've already done so many of those workshops. You're cloning the workshop. That's your workshop funnel. It's already there. You know it. It's a smooth process now. Same thing with your emails.
Yeah,
You're
I guess
just
I guess
cloning them.
the problem is I've never done a funnel. In the 4 years that I've been doing this, I've always
You've
done
done a funnel. All of the things you've done are funnels, Judy. When you set up a course and sold it, that was a course funnel. That was a
okay.
sales funnel. You did the whole funnel. People went through your funnel and they bought your course. They
Oh,
went through your workshop funnel and they bought your workshop. They went through whatever lead magnet thing you put out there and downloaded your workbook, your free thing. All of those are funnels. Every one of those things you've already built and done and been doing, all funnels.
okay.
All
I guess
funnels.
I thought this was something separate on the site that you do completely. Okay. I guess it's not jiving in my brain. So why don't you show us what you wanted to show us?
Well, no, I was just trying to show you the difference. Like it's just words, right? Marketing funnel in the system is marketing funnel. That's just what we call it. A funnel is any process a person goes through in your business. It's just a word.
Okay.
It doesn't really mean anything. It's just a word. The course, each one of those pages, that's a funnel. It's step one, step two. Step one is they're at the sales page. Step two is that they're at the checkout. Step three is the thank you page. Step four is the course access page. Step five is the first email that triggered when they got it. That's a legitimate, full-fledged funnel.
Okay.
That's a funnel. So a funnel, what type of funnel just depends on what you're doing. So if it's a course, that's your sales funnel, right? If it's a workshop, it's a workshop funnel. It's a live webinar funnel. It's a live class funnel. It has a registration page, which gives them the information, has a potentially a checkout page and they're purchasing it, then a thank you page, then an access page again. And emails trigger and remind them and get sent out. That's a funnel. That's a funnel. They're all funnels. I don't know if that makes sense, but
It,
everything you've already done is a funnel. They're
okay.
all
Yeah.
funnels.
It'll make sense it'll make sense eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all funnels. Like it just depends on what you're setting it up for. Like you can set up, like Maggie was trying to set up different, she was trying to set up a marketing funnel to market her workshop, except the workshop itself comes with its own funnel. It doesn't have to be a separate one. Are there use cases where you might want to set up a separate funnel from the workshop funnel? Sure, but none of you need that. None of you need that, I
I
don't think.
think I think a marketing funnel, the way it appears on the dashboard, it's a type of funnel, but it's only like filling out a form to collect their emails. I think that's the type of that, or they sign up for, they watch an ad and then they put in their email. I think that marketing
Right.
funnel
That's just a word. They're all the same.
at
All
the
funnels
end,
are the same.
yeah, either it's a free book, you're offering them something for their email. And I think what those marketing funnels are not like for courses, which are paid, but maybe, advertising it. And then, no,
No, no, because the course
is
is
a
a funnel
funnel.
as well. The
Yeah,
course ad is its own advertising funnel. You
yeah,
market the course sales page because it's a funnel.
yeah.
The
But
course
you
is a
can,
funnel.
yeah, a course is a funnel, but that marketing funnel, I think
Nope, a course is a marketing funnel too.
yeah. Okay.
They're all
I guess
you're
in the
marketing your course. You're
yeah,
marketing your course. When you post the link to your course sales page, that's the funnel. You're promoting the funnel. You're marketing the funnel by promoting it. The act of marketing is putting it out publicly. That's all marketing means is you put it public,
yeah,
right? It doesn't tell you anything about the thing that's in there. Okay. It's just the container name.
yeah.
They're all funnels though.
You get to put
Every one
this
of
at the end. You get to put at the end of that marketing funnel what it is that you want to promote, or you can do the course, which is like is a funnel. So,
Right. You can go from one funnel to another funnel to another funnel, but they're all funnels.
yeah.
Like every single thing that you do in business is like a funnel. You could
Yeah,
relate
I get
anything to
that.
a funnel. It's a journey, it's a path. So it becomes down to not what is a funnel. That's not the right question. The right
Okay.
question is why do you need a funnel? Why do you need a funnel?
To get new people.
That's
Mhm.
right. So what kind of funnel do you need then? That's the
Um,
only question you're asking. What kind of funnel do I need? I'm setting up a course. It's a
mhm.
sales funnel, right? What kind of funnel? Why do I need this funnel? What is it for?
I
What
want
kind of
people
funnel?
to register for my newsletter and then
Right.
that,
So that's your right. So that's a um weekly subscription funnel. That's the kind of funnel. So that's what you're designing is it's the purpose. All the word funnel does is just describe that you're creating a process for people. That's
Mhm,
all the word funnel is.
mhm,
So you could say the word funnel for course as well, right? It's interchangeable. That's a course funnel. It's a sales funnel. It's a however you would want to call it. There are so many words that we're using and that all of the other people on the internet are using to
Yeah.
describe a funnel that it's kind of made us confused by what it is. And it's not about, it's really asking that question, what is it for? And then it'll tell you what to do.
mhm. I had a question. Oh, go ahead, Judy.
I guess my only comment is I guess I need something that other than what I've done in the past, which was a overview to get people excited about what I'm teaching. So I've done
Hmm.
like a free overview where you register for this free overview that's like 45, 50 minutes long, and then there's a Q&A. I've used
Hmm.
that free overview to get new people on the site and also get them on my mailing list. Um, I guess the only type of marketing funnel I haven't done is one that is mainly meant to drive traffic to the actual website. I haven't actually done that other than marketing specific classes. So I guess,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's just any fun, like you can have like every business probably has like 10 funnels, right? Like if you have every course you have is a funnel in itself. How you market those, if you're doing workshops, if you're doing wherever you're promoting that, and to get the ads at the very top, the majority of people get as many people up here as you can. It's like the conversion thing. The people that come out the bottom,
Mhm.
those are the ones that are more engaged with you, have
Right.
bought from you, have followed through the entire process, the entire funnel. Some people get stuck up here, over here, but because you've got this workshop thing you're talking about and you got the email, they're in the system now. At some point, they're going to see another thing. They dropped out of this point of this funnel, but now they saw this thing, so they came back in over here, right? There's lots of different entry points for your
If
business.
somebody's on your site and they unsubscribe from the emails, but then they buy a class, do they get the emails related to the class they just bought?
Yes, because unsubscribe is for marketing emails. So anytime you make a purchase with a company, at least that's the way it should be, the system should automatically, system generated emails are not included in what's considered marketing emails, right? If someone's registered you on your site and they've unsubscribed from your marketing emails, but they own a course, on your site. The course emails are not considered marketing emails. They're product communication emails. So that is not against the law to send, right? If they need to reset their password, the system is automatically going to send them an email. None of those emails are illegal if they've unsubscribed because they have an account and they're specifically requesting that email. Marketing emails are different.
Okay.
So they should, like, Zenler system should be handling it that way.
Mm.
Okay.
I had a question, Ali, about AI. It's been a while since
Oh, yes, yes.
so
I
I
see
wanted
you
to
in
see,
in the chat you did say something. I didn't see it yet, but read it fully.
but where are the AI features in and what can we do with them?
Oh, on Zenler. Well, you know what? What
On
message?
Zenler, on the website, on the
Yeah,
platforms.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of little spots where you have the option to use these AI features, okay? And help you when it comes to um, some words that you want to use for um, clarity or impact or how you want to do that. So let's see. One of the first places that you can use that is in your course when you're creating a course. You have the ability to create a curriculum outline. Now, one of the things that you want to do is you want to name the course and give it the proper kind of summary because that's going to help you, it's going to help you generate a nicer curriculum with the Zenler AI. So somebody give me a course name.
Mhm.
Uh, um, how to make a cake. I don't know.
Okay. Hey,
I just have food on my mind.
I'm with you, Judy. Cake making 101. Did I spell that right?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Cakes. Um, one, to shop. I don't know. Plan, prep, and decorate. I don't know.
Now I want cake.
Right?
Great.
Oh,
You have an
I
choice.
know. I can't spell, but whatever. Okay, so let's just create this course. And it gives you a little outline. I mean, honestly, these features can be interesting to play with and check out. One of the things that I like as a business, Judy, you are working with AI all the time with your art. So I highly recommend you can have, there's free versions of ChatGTP and Gemini and Claude and Perplexity. And there's all of these different AI systems that you can go out there and pre-program with like your specific messaging, your words, who you are, where it can give you better results than just the AI assist within here, right? So, understanding the basics of cake ingredients, see, it gave, because of my description, it gave me what it thinks is a good curriculum for this type of course. So it does have useful applications in that it's already put them. If you do it separately, like in ChatGTP, you still have to come in here and type out all the whole curriculum, right? Whereas when you use it through Zenler, now it's just pulled that whole curriculum in for you,
I
right?
think it helps with structure. I think it helps,
Right.
even if you don't
That
use what they write and you put your own, at least it gives you an idea of the structure.
Exactly. You can edit it, the structure. See, like this one, it's telling you because I put in the details about cake baking, preparing, shopping for the ingredients. So, introduction to cake making, planning, preparing, baking techniques, and decorative techniques, because those were the specific words I used within the description. And then it goes ahead and gives you the lessons, understanding the basics of the ingredients, overview of essential baking equipment, introduction to different types of cakes. So yeah, as the core, as the person, as the teacher, I may not want these to be the headlines of my thing, of my course, but it, like Lorelai said, it will give you an idea of what that format and that layout look like in your curriculum. So you could do that. Yeah, and so that's fun that you can do that. Now, when you go into your particular lessons, let's see, is there text on here? Nope, no AI in there. Oh, on the page builder, is there AI in there? Have any of you used the AI in Zenler to do your course curriculums or write headlines or anything?
So because chat knows me so well, I just say to chat, hey, I'm doing a class on this. And it says, oh, because of the previous classes you've offered, blah, 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 blah. And it spits it out so beautifully. But then,
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of funny to say I old school it with AI, but I copy and paste, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um, yeah,
mhm.
but I mean, my mastery program, the whole thing was designed in ChatGPT, and if I had done it myself, it would have taken me, I don't know, 30 hours, 40 hours.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good
I think the coolest thing to do is to ask ChatGPT when you have a class that you want to market, how to market it on Facebook, and it tells you.
well,
I
I
mean, well, okay, all right, let me back up.
it
It
gives you step. It does. You can investigate it, but here's the one thing I would say for anybody asking um AI to help with their marketing um is always push back against whatever it tells you. Push back. Always question it.
right.
Always question it. And I don't
Guess what
know,
I
because
guess what I'm
otherwise
really
you'll get more original content of your making versus original content that everybody's getting. You know what I mean?
yeah, I guess like what I'm getting at is like the best word, or like if you're sending out a post or an email and you want to use a really good word in a sentence to get people's attention. I find a lot of times I'll type in a sentence that I think is a good sentence, like for the post, and I'll ask it, how can I make this more intriguing, or capture more
Right.
photographers'
Right.
interest? And it'll say, oh, just reword it this way. And sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's not,
Oh
but
yeah. Absolutely. Because I do the same thing. I'll ask it questions
yeah.
like, okay, this is my headline, and what I'm trying to evoke with this headline is this feeling. I
Right.
want people to be curious, or I want people to be shocked, or I want people to be, whatever. So then it'll say, okay, this and this. But I also have words that I have banned from my chat, and from Gemini and from other ones that I use. And I cross ask multiple AIs the same exact question to see the different responses that I get, right? To test it out, to verify um, the responses. So I like that. So even with the Zenler one, if you do the course curriculum like I just showed you with the AI assist for the outline, what you can do is you can take your course details, Cake Making 101, beginner, right? Take all that description, pop that into Chat GTP and say, without the content, just give me a 4 unit, 3 lessons each unit outline of a course for this. Do you know what I mean? Just let it give you the framework and see what it says. Then ask Gemini, then, Claude, whoever. Like, play around and see what different things that you get with it. I like doing that. It is helpful. Um, and for the AI images, I like using AI images now as well. Because it's a lot faster than creating in Canva sometimes. If I can just say to somebody, say to Midjourney, give me like all of these images on this site. I just had Midjourney make. I just gave it descriptions and just kept make, and had it add in made these photos like this.
Allie,
Just quick.
you need to come. We need to talk. I am gonna like blow your mind with another way you can do those.
Okay, good. I love to learn it. I haven't
Yeah,
had time
I know.
in my schedule really to do it, but I already know, like, it's on my list. I actually have a list of a few more things that I want to do, learn AI wise once I have time. I have a running list
Yeah,
to research.
mid journey is so 2023.
I know lots of people still loving it. I use Nano Banano as well. I use more than one. I don't just use one. I always
Are
cross check and try to do multiple.
are you using Nano Banana and Gemini?
Yeah.
So you can go to flow.com, which is also a Gemini product,
Yep. I have that too.
and
Yeah.
it's free. And then
Yeah.
so then you get the image that you really like and take it into the other Nano Banana to get the higher resolution.
Yes. Nice. That's always good too. Yeah. I'm going to play around more with that. There's a lot of other ones. I just did Google One, Pro, Google One Pro AI,
Is that the 250 a month
fitness.
one?
No, God, no. No,
Okay.
just the AI Pro. Like regular Google Pro is like $15 a month or something. I don't know. But the Google One AI gives you all the AI ones along with the Google, like, and you now have all of the AI tools inside the Google stuff, like in your docs and in your sheets and all the play. I haven't figured it all out yet. I don't have time yet, but it's going to be very useful because I already know that Gemini can access my Google Drive and all my sheets and all my documents, and it can pull information from there when I'm looking for it. So, like part of my process, like Casey and I were talking about setting up the foundations of your business, it doesn't matter if you use Zenler or you're using whatever it is that you're using, everything that I'm doing, all the content I'm creating, blog posts I'm writing, content on my website, downloads, course content, um, I publish on Amazon. Everything I do, I have a 5 folder system, right? That 5 folder system is in my Google Drive. That 5 folder system is in my computer. That 5 folder system is also how I categorize everything when I'm making it, right? And then I know exactly what folder it goes into. I know exactly what folder to tell Gemini to access to pull that data for me, right? It's just smoothing up my workflow. And even that is nothing compared to what it can do. I haven't had the time to set up like the full system of it. But if you set up a framework for yourself, right, outside of everybody else's words, like we're talking about marketing funnel, course funnel, sales funnel, this funnel, you use your own words in your filing system. And then it takes a little while longer to learn it, right? Everything I create, I have to ask myself, okay, does this fit into this bucket or in this bucket? Because it kind of does too, but is the core purpose of it this or that? And so I have to go through that process and then I file it. The more I go through that process, the quicker I file stuff and eventually it becomes a well-oiled machine that you're applying this framework every time you create, no matter what system you're in. If you're in Canva, if you're in Midjourney, if you're in Nano Banano, if you're in wherever, it's just that's your foldering system. That's how you sort things. That's how you identify where they go. Easier to find stuff on my computer. I'm terrible about that. I told you if I'm not organized, I have to be organized because I am not organized. And there is too many things to remember. I know we talk about that a lot in here too, because there's a lot of different areas of Zenler to remember. And AI can definitely be very useful in helping you um, do your work faster, right? It can be your assistant to help you get done what you need done faster. I love it for that. Honestly, individual creators are going, once we've all mastered what AI can do for us, we're taking over the world. Honestly, we really are. In a very good way for positive change in our world. That's what we're doing. All right. How's everybody doing? I don't know, Lorelai, did I answer your question? You want to know more things about AI and Zenler? He's probably like, I'm on the phone.
By the way, I just did another Zoom link and it worked fine. There was just something about the 31st that it would not put it on the calendar.
Huh.
But it worked. Everybody got into the meeting, but I was terrified.
Yeah,
It
I'm
just
glad.
wouldn't show up no matter what I did. But anyway, I have to go to another meeting, and I will
Yeah,
tell you that I look forward to these Thursday meetings every single week.
good. Oh, good. I look forward to them as well. And um, I will see you in the next one and in the community tutorials site community. I've got new content I've been posting in there for you all. And I may, after this is done, I may attempt a live stream in there just so I know. So that today, I'll attempt a live stream into the community just to see how it goes.
Yeah, I want to play with it myself and see if you can share your screen, because if you can, that would be really awesome.
Yeah, I hope so too. So yeah, I will test that out after we're off of here today,
Okay.
just to see how it is, and then I can report back.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. All right. Well, let's see, Lorelai, Maggie, Casey, Jody. We've got about 10 minutes left if there's anything you all want to go over. Otherwise, we can end this and get on with our days. How's everybody doing? Okay, well. Thank you all for joining me today. And next week we will be back. It is 4 p.m. BST and 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, which is what we're on, EDT right now. Next Thursday as well in the community, in the Zenler site community. I will have by Monday, I will have up the support desk digest, which will give you the highlights from today's session. So you can check back there on Monday for those notes if you weren't able to watch the whole session, or if you just want to check back on something that was mentioned, a quick tidbit, that's where they'll be. Until next week, everybody, have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you next week on Thursday. Bye.